You know what time it is. Just finished yoga. It is Thursday, which means it's the back half of this week vlog, and I'm excited. Today is going to be a big day. This morning, we're handing in our last assignment for Unit 8. We basically finished Unit 8 in like a day and a half, and we're going to edit the vlog, get it posted, and then for the rest of the week, it's all about that remix I showed you last week for WIP Wednesday. I absolutely am loving this remix. There's a couple issues with my mix. A couple things are imbalanced and I need to correct that. Do my effects, make sure everything is sounding nice and crispy, and then hand it in. It's due March 1st, so I got 2 or 3 days, but honestly, I think at the latest, I'll probably finish it Saturday. That's pretty much it. Feeling pretty lazy this week. Haven't really done a big grocery shop, so I've been eating out a lot. Bank account is not happy about that, but the food's good. All right, almost the weekend. I hope that you killed it this week. Happy Friday, everybody. We're in the studio, bright and early, super sunny outside this morning. I'm feeling good. I think we're gonna get another coffee going pretty quick. We finished this week's Unit 8 of level 2 in record time. Took me about a day and a half. We did another sound recreation assignment on Wednesday, and then we left it for a day. There's a little piece of the pluck, little top end of the pluck that I just could not get. We're probably gonna lose marks for that, but whatever. We literally have like a 98% average for level 2 so far, so I'm not worried. Today though, remix. I gave you a little sneak peek of this remix 2 WIP Wednesdays ago, so go and take a look at that right now. Hopefully I was pointing at the correct side there. Right now, I don't know. We are feeling good today. We finally went to the grocery store and we made our own lunch. When I was in the military, I would just go buy my lunch from the grocery store, but I would just buy stuff that was already pre-made. And now that I'm actually making my own lunch, it actually feels really good. Feels like I'm taking care of myself better. That's my little tip this morning, all right? These little things you can do for yourself make you feel good. Making your own lunch, getting your hair cut, trimming the beard, buying new socks, buying new underwear. All these little tiny things, relatively inexpensive, most of it is stuff you need, feels really good. We're gonna get to work on this remix, probably have a little early lunch, and then get right back into it. Hey there, it's Friday afternoon, and we're switching things up a bit. Instead of me kind of re-explaining the basics of sound design, I'm gonna go over something else that I think is going to help you as well. I just picked up Ableton Live 11 and I am loving it so far. So I just wanted to jump in here real quick and show you some of my very favorite new features. Starting off with my very first new feature, this Show Hide Performance Impact, which is this little C over to the right here. Basically, if I click it, you'll see that under each channel in the session view, there's a little box that shows up, and each of these boxes is a CPU load meter. I highly recommend to have this turned on at all times, and I will show you why. So we got Dune loaded up here, and let me just press a few keys here. That's pretty intense little bass we got going on. Let's turn that down. And you can see here, you can actually see that it's not very intensive. So let's switch to, we got our Anna 2 here. Let's turn these on, see how this sounds. All right, so you see, this is using even more CPU power. But obviously I don't have a lot put on here, so it's not really using a ton. This is a really cool feature because when you have a track playing, you can actually go check that meter and you can see which channel is hogging the CPU, and then you can make better decisions for freezing and or flattening based on the CPU usage. That's a really new handy feature that I am loving. So let's move on. Let's add a MIDI here. Second huge feature. We now have a scale feature within Ableton. There's this scale mode. You click that and then you set it. So let's just say we were working in D minor. It gives everything, if you see that too. D minor, and then if you look in here, all of the D minor notes are highlighted in the color of the MIDI. Pretty snazzy. And then if you come over here, even better. So fold will actually fold the notes that you have selected. But now we have a fancy new scale button, and it's basically the same thing, but it only folds it to the current scale, which is super, super awesome. So now you can basically only deal with the notes in that scale. So 2 more things I want to show you out of Ableton. Down here, you have this show hide probability editor. And so originally, I thought that this whole chance thing and what this did, like if I put a couple notes in here, you'll see that they show up. You can highlight that and then just change this. I thought that what this meant was that if I put it at 75%, then I thought it has a 75% chance of playing that velocity. And I thought that 75% chance would basically make it so I don't have to alter the note velocity, that it would do it for me. That's not the case. This chance is actually now, this has a 75% chance of that note playing in general or at all. I guess this could be useful for arpeggiation. Maybe you have like some crazy acid bass line or something, and you just basically turn down the chance of a few notes hitting or not hitting here and there. However, if you go over here to this velocity range and you turn that up or you turn that down, you can actually see there's a blue indicator that actually does what I thought chance did. Does? I don't know. So basically, if I set this velocity to 96, that means it'll play between velocity 78 and 96 minus 18. So I'm basically setting a peak cap, and then it's playing anywhere minus 18 below that. Or if you want to set it lower, you could have 96 and you could go plus. So then it's going to play louder potentially than what your velocities are. Let me show you one more feature. You're going to like this. Let's go up to our baseline and let's just lower that down, get rid of that stupid chance thing. And let's go insert take lane. Let's throw a loop on here, highlight that, press Command L, put my record arm on, and let's hit record and see what happens. Okay, actually, I'm gonna make this real small just so you'll see what happens. Okay, so let's go again, record. Amazing, right? So when you're in the zone and you got all these different melody ideas going on and you don't have to stop and re-record or go back and listen. And I know that some people, they would set up a loop function in their original MIDI, and then they would basically come into the clip view and use the highlighted section, and then they could like use the arrows and scroll through it all. And I mean, that's not exactly complicated to set up, but we have takes now, take lanes, and this is amazing. So you can actually solo them. Okay, I like that one. So say I really like the back half of this one, so oh yeah. So we can highlight that, right click, and do copy selection to main line, or you can just hit enter. So if I like that, boom, enter. Did you see that? Popped right up there to the original take lane. Take lanes, something amazing to experiment with. Obviously, if you're a vocalist, this is going to be immensely helpful. I hope that if you have Ableton 11 and you didn't know about these features, that this helped you out. Comment below what your new favorite features are from Ableton 11. All right, we'll see you next time. Good morning, everyone. Saturday, and today's a big day. Look back here. We are finishing our Dennis Sheperd and Katie Heath remix. It's due on Monday, but we are going to get it in today. We're just loading it up right now. It's sounding super, super crisp, really good. I am absolutely ecstatic about the direction of this remix and how everything has turned out. Regardless of if I win the competition or not, this has been a level up experience, in my opinion. That is 100% our priority for the day. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Our remix is in. Just submitted our remix to Black Hole Recordings, Dennis Sheperd, and Katie Heath. I'm absolutely head over heels for this remix. I feel like maybe I say this every time, but like, this is probably my best remix. And just a little explanation of what I said before, when I do a remix, I actually pretty much create an original track using the vocal as the inspiration. For these remix competitions, I don't enter them often anymore. I've probably done over 50 of them. Basically, the point of that is, number one, well, forces me to be very creative. I don't want to just take something that was like super progressive, slowed down, and then just turn it into an uplifting trance track. I don't really feel like there's much originality or creativity in just taking the exact same thing and turning it into something faster or a different genre. So I want that challenge of creating what my vision would have been had I been the original artist and had that idea myself. Ultimately, the best part about that is that actually some of my best releases started off as remixes. I won't say which ones. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. With this track, all I gotta remove is the chord progression in the breakdown, the lead synth melody from the drop, and obviously the vocal, and voila! I have an entire original track that all I gotta do is come up with my own progression, and bing bang boom, we have an original. I am so happy about this track. This was a challenge, and regardless of how it goes, I love this track. Very good Saturday. Becca's on the way to pick me up. Still haven't figured out the car situation, but we have a lead tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, I hope you're having a good weekend. We'll see you tomorrow.